Oh, where is my model? What? Oh, okay. Ignore the screen. I am here. It's the spirit of Bean. Oh my god. Why does this have to do this to me? Give me like a few seconds. I don't know what's happening. Oh, where am I? Hello? Oh, God. Oh, why is this not working? Where am I? Oh, we might. might. I already have Sprout too. What the hell? There I am. Oh my god. Sometimes Sprout just doesn't work. And then I have to like do all this crazy stuff to get it to work. But I'm here. I am here now. Oh my gosh. Oh. Gotta love tech issues. But hello everyone, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. Mrs. Doubtfire, look at that, she's working. And I didn't even touch her, so she's like learning her lesson. Hello Torrent, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. And Headpat, look at that. Mix it up work, but not Sprout. I'll take it. I will take it. I didn't see him. Yeah, I saw Mrs. Doubtfire. She was there. I saw her. I gotta sneeze. Hang on. But yeah, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Mrs. Doubtfire was zooming. She's ready for this next chapter of Scarlet Hollow. Because this is actually going to be very different from my other two run-throughs. I did an oopsie in one of my run-throughs, but this one, someone is going to die tonight. And I'm wondering who it's going to be. I'm very curious. Very curious. We are continuing with Cake, yes. Yep, we're going to do Chapter 4, Cake, tonight. I don't know if we are going to, did my mic... Give me 2 seconds. I don't know why, but randomly, my microphone will, like, turn down the gain randomly, and I hate it. Like, stop that. I need to be going in the yellow. But yes, we're gonna do Chapter 4 tonight of Cake. I don't know if I want to do Chapter 5 Part 1 tomorrow of Cake, or if I just want to wait and do the full Chapter 5 next week with Cake. Because we're doing Part 2 with Bean Friday, and then Sunday we're going to do Part 2 with Bacon. But yeah, I'm trying to finish up all my Scarlet Hollow stuff before the 27th. There's already people playing this game because apparently a retailer already sent them out. But, yeah, Resident Evil next week. Unless you were one of those lucky people. Next week. So this upcoming Friday, we get the part 2 of episode 5. So we're gonna do part 2 for Bean and Bacon, and then for Cake, we can just do all of episode. We can do an episode in one night. But yeah, yeah. And then I did ask the Discord if anyone would want to watch me stream Resident Evil 9. I didn't get a lot of response, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think after the episode tonight I will ask when there's more people. But yeah, I'm still debating about Resident Evil. I hadn't seen it. So if you have the announcements, little roll, it was tagged there, but also it was under the announcements. But yes, I just want to make sure people would be interested in it, if at all. If not, I would just play it on my own. And then I just wouldn't stream for a little bit. But yeah, I'll wait until after this episode. And my cat is crying. Oh, man. But yeah, I'm kind of curious what will happen in this episode. Because we're old now, and I have the hot trait. I'm gonna try to hit on Reese's mom. I might also hit on Sybil. I love the hot trait. It is so funny. I need to do a run where I'm just like hitting on everyone. Every single person, I'm hitting on them. But that probably won't be for a while. What other... I'm trying to... I think I used up all the traits, I think. Maybe. Maybe. I think I do have all of the traits. Interesting. But yeah, I might do that run off stream, but yeah, I'm excited. Very excited and ready for more Scarlet Hollow. Oh, I'm ready to see what part 2 brings. So much mystery. We can actually jump into the game right now. It's gonna be an average stream length. Where's my Scarlet Hollow? Oh no. Oh no. Where is it? Okay. What? Activate? There we go. Okay. So I got that. Which run? It would probably be a new run. Where I would start a new one. But I haven't decided. Maybe I should just keep one run to myself. I'm sure you guys do not want to watch 20 runs. Okay, now I gotta load up the game. Maybe. Once the game loads, maybe. Is it going to load or... There we go. Oh my gosh. That took such a long time. Boop. Boop. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hello, Mickey. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. Let me adjust in my seat. Hello, Lappy. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. Yes, today is, well, we're going to do episode 4, and there's going to be a lot of stuff we have not seen, and I'm super excited. Let me know if the game music is okay. And if my volume is okay. Okay, so we are doing cake. Actually, I think we can hit continue and it should still get us to cake. Yes, here we go. The decision you made in episode 3 bears heavy physical consequences, and a visual reminder of those consequences will follow you for the rest of the game. You can reduce the intensity of this visual reminder or remove it entirely at any point in the preferences. What? I'm just old. Year is only 45 days old and work is already too much. I feel that. I feel that. I don't think we ever... Is it really because I'm old? I don't understand that. Like, there's nothing in preferences. Okay. So we're gonna skip the recap since we just played episode 3 very recently. And I kind of remember what's going on. Oh, I still have this. Okay. You open your eyes. It's a new day. And you feel like shit. You were hoping some of your strength would return to you after a good night's sleep, but you feel just as drained as when you dug yourself out of that shallow grave. Your limbs are heavy and your heart struggles to keep up with your movements. You feel like you've lost something that was important to you. Okay. I don't care what happens to me. Yes, you did what had to be done. Who knows what would have happened had you left that ghost behind to fester. I mean, technically nothing bad has happened in my other run-through yet. And also, we get to figure out how Tabitha is dealing with this. Because in my bacon run-through, she did this sacrifice. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, just wanted to check in. Hope you're doing okay. Oh, heart emo. Also wanted to ask if you heard from Stella. You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Of a nervous puppet. You send a photo of a shaking frog biting his nails. You wait for a few minutes. Your messages sits undelivered. You dial Stella. Hey, what's up? Haha, just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Anyways, leave a message. Or don't. I never check this thing. The mailbox is full and can't accept messages. Oh, girly, you gotta clean that out. I haven't heard from her either. That's not good. I think we should try looking for her. Let's meet up in town. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. I could not... What if I don't take a shower? I'm gonna visit the little possums. You open the drawers. The two possums stare up at you. They both have bread now. That's nice. You wave at them. They continue to stare up at you blankly in response. You close the drawers. This is their home now, and there's nothing you can do to change that. Wayne is moving this doll around. I bet you he's moving this shit around too. You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Yeah, we know who. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. You might as well take a shower before starting the rest of your day. Because we didn't shower yesterday. And we were in the ground. You step into the guest bath and into the shower. The water is hot and surprisingly enough clean. You probably should have showered earlier this week, but at least you will finally be clean. As steam fills your lungs and the grime of the past 3 days washes down the drain, you... Let's see. Let's do... You think about the consequences of trading years of your life so that Charlie could finally move on. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself. Oh, I thought that was a window and I'm like, oh god, Wayne's probably peeking in. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself out. It's time to face your cousin. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking. This week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. There's an almost cool confidence in the way your cousin talks about the strike. Have you heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, but that's not exactly newsworthy. She tends to just disappear every now and then. She's tough. She'll be able to take care of herself. So ghosts are real. I still can't get over that. Still sticking to the ghost story, huh? I really don't have the time to indulge in your little bit. Do you regret what happened to me last night? I've been begging you to stay at the estate all week. Every night ends with me begging you not to get up to any more hijinks, and yet you keep doing it. So no, I don't regret what happened to you last night. You brought this upon yourself. Thanks! If the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it, and sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Tabitha bristles. You really are Vivian's kid, aren't you? Trying to bow out when things get difficult. I'm not giving up like that. This is the Scarlet mine. I'm not just going to crash out on our family's legacy. I'm bringing the mine back to life, one way or another. Let's see. Oh, there's so much about the strike. Oh my gosh. You seem confident about the strike. What have you got planned? Lots of things. It's probably better for the both of us if you didn't know the details. Do you know what the strikers even want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. You risked your life to pull those kids out of the mine the other day. They should get off your back. Does the strike happen every time? From my understanding, yes. Yeah, exactly. We almost died down there. Unbelievable that this is how this town decided to repay me. I can use hot here. Do you want me to help smooth things over? I'm pretty good at negotiating. People always help me out with stuff like this if I ask nicely. Wait, do you think that's because you're good at negotiating? Has nobody told you that it's because you're... Never mind. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure that's the sort of thing you'd be able to pull off. Even if they didn't already know you're my cousin, you getting involved would be a great way to throw gasoline on a fire. This is my problem to fix. Your only job is to stay safe until the funeral is over. You should probably get going, right? Yeah. I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get into trouble, okay? Sorry, Tabitha, I can't invite you to this end of chapter thing. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hallway as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Delicious. Who knows just how much your new affliction will affect your appetite? You make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. And that's that. Goodbye, Frou-Frou. It's time to head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to town below. The birds sound differently today. Muffled like your ears are full of cotton, the dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash the color from the world. But you're adjusting. Already your body is starting to accept the change that has overcome it, to accept that this is how things will be from now on. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods on Monday. Ditchling shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare at the mountain range beyond the hollerer, contemplating a world that's blissfully unaware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you'd always taken to be the truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by a fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over, and you once find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Cake! You made it down the hill in one piece. Thank God. Okay, I'm not that decrepit. I didn't realize there were so many of those ditchling things around, or I would have driven up to get you. I can't believe they're outside during the day. It feels wrong. How are you doing? I mean, I know you got oldified, so I assume not great. Much better now that I'm with you. Me? Oh my gosh, Cake, you're too much. But I feel better too. Now that you're here, even with everything we've been through, being around you somehow feels safe. So how are you mentally? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole. But I also keep feeling like there are too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't just let her go running off into the woods to get eaten by Bigfoot. And my mom is just so chill right now, it's driving me nuts. She just keeps giving me tea and ignoring anything I tell her about the weird stuff that's been going around town. I figured if anyone would be interested in magic stuff, it'd be her, but she ends the conversation every time I start talking about it. I'm sorry, I'm ranting, but thanks so much for asking. That was really thoughtful of you, and it helped to talk about. it. If you ever need someone to rant to, I'd be happy to return the favor. Street smart. We can't trust your mom. That woman knows things, and she's holding her cards too close to her chest with everything that's been going on. I don't know what she's hiding, though, or why she can't just come out and tell us what's on her mind. She's always been an open book. Uncomfortably open, if you ask me. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told us all last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. I should probably stop making fun of her whole new age mystic vibe. A lot has happened in the past couple of days. Still, there'll be plenty of time for tea after we've looked for Stella. Any leads on Stella? I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone else yet, so no, none so far. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. I'm trying not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere, just not answering her phone. But I also don't want to bet on that. So, ghosts, huh? Yeah, ghosts. I don't know about you, but I'm currently staving off a massive existential crisis about the state of matter and what being alive means. Any idea why Stella was upset? Being possessed seemed awful, but she's the only one who ran off. Could be a lot of things. She could have hit her breaking point stress-wise. She could have been horrified by meeting a ghost for the first time. She could be struggling with what that ghost did. But at the end of the day, I'd have no clue. We'll just have to find her and see what she wants. And see if she wants to stop running from it and finally just talk things out. I'm still skeptical. There's gotta be a better explanation for what happened last night than ghosts are real and they hate me personally. Well, that one ghost hated me personally, at least. We are in a mining town, and town-wide gas leaks aren't unheard of. In the back of my mind, I'm hoping this is all a big hallucination, so I could just drive over the town limits and go back to a world where ghosts and ghouls are only in movies. Still, everyone experience the same thing. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think we should probably just operate under the assumption that ghosts are real from here on out. Is someone manning the general store while we go look for Stella? Screw the general store. Mom can deal. I guess we should get started. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? Let's... We should go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin, since they're friends. Come on, I'll drive us. Oh, we didn't pick up Avery. I wonder if it's because we didn't have Avery with us for the ghost hunt. You follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet mines. Not a lot of people here. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. Is this a strike? They're striking? Good for them, but I kind of thought there would be more of them. You know? I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin. Hail and well met, fellow countrymen. What goes on here? The miners stare at you. A strike. We're petitioning the boss for better working conditions. Nobody wants to go back in there after the collapse. Not for what we're paid and how we're treated. Not that we need to be telling you anything. What are your grievances? We'd like competitive pay, 8-hour shifts instead of 12 or more, improvements to the sick day and vacation policies, and a thorough safety inspection before any of us step foot underground again. The collapse was way too close to an active mine for me to feel safe down there until I know for sure I won't wind up buried under 2 tons of rock. I mean, those are good things to strike for. We want to change things. There's no reason we should be treated like we're a disposable workforce. If we're the ones making her money, we should be making money too, not just scraping by. Jesus, Tabitha. What happened? We miscalculated. We thought a kid losing her leg would have pushed folks over the edge, but I guess the boss personally dragged those kids out of the mine. Left a lasting impression. That's why there's less people. And then in my bacon run through, there was more people. I remember seeing more people. Or was it my bean run through? No. No, it would be my bacon run through. That's why there was more people striking. So that actually helped her out by getting those kids out. People are calling the boss a goddamned hero. They're calling Tabitha a hero? Really? We were there too that night. It's like everyone just forgot about how poorly she's been treating us, or how unsafe the mines are. I can't go back down there knowing the rock over my head could come down any second. I value my life more than a paycheck. It was dumb luck she saved those kids. If she had any actual value, she'd come to the table and give us what we're owed. I know there's not a lot of us out here, but there's more of us at the diner, and there's more of us setting up mutual aid. But once people see our follow-through, they're going to join up. This is only the beginning. Let me know if there's anything the general store can do to help. Anything you can think of, we'll take it. We need all the support we can get right now. Isn't this a bit of an escalation? Did you try talking to Tabitha first? What do you know about what we've already tried? You ain't from around here, and you sure as hell don't know what it's like working down in those mines. We knew talking would get us nowhere. The most it would get is people fired. It's happened before. This is the best way for us to send our message, by not making her any more money until she has to listen. Cake. You of all people should know how talking to Tabitha goes. She's a brick wall, an angry brick wall. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we know if she's come by. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Have you noticed I'm old now? I exorcised the ghost from the library last night at a great personal cost. I love that she's just like, look what I did last night, guys. I guess you look a little different. You look like any old Scarlet. Woo! Fine. I need to talk to Tabitha. So you're saying you want to cross a picket line? Okay, we're using Street Smart. Also, hello, Symphony. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. Come on. What harm could I possibly cause by going in there? I have my cousin's phone number. I'm staying at her house, and last I checked, she knows you're all striking. Alright, fine. What's the harm? Go ahead. I don't care if they're okay with you going in. I'm still not crossing a picket line. Besides, I don't think Tabitha would be too happy to see me. I'll just wait by the van while you go talk to her. See you on the other side. The industrial noise of the Scarlet mine are only a little quieter than they were 2 days ago. The trailer that serves as Tabitha's office looms over you above you on the hill. Enter! I don't know what knocking is. You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and open the door. I think I can turn at least a few of the guys, and if you fire Davis... Oh my god, have you heard of knocking? What are you even doing up here? Should I go? Yeah, and make sure no one sees you. No one else, at least. Rodriguez pauses before he leaves. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened to you? It's a Halloween costume. Girl! Huh, really? Could have fooled me. Halloween's not till Monday, and this is some high-quality makeup work. It's a Halloween costume. Don't make me repeat myself. Don't listen to Tabitha. I actually got cursed by a ghost last night. Cake is just trying to get into character. Ignore them. I already said you're dismissed, Rodriguez. I'll handle my cousin. The door clicks as Rodriguez leaves Tabitha's office. Oh! 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 Oh no! I pissed her off! Oh, I'm sorry! The instant you're alone, Tabitha rounds on you. Oh god, she's gonna choke me out. She grabs you by the collar, her face close to yours, eyes full of rage. Her words a frustrated hiss. Oh my god. Listen to me, Cake. Really listen. This isn't some fun little game, okay? This is my life, and if you value yours, you'll keep quiet about what you just saw. I don't care if we're family. I can make the rest of your stay here a living hell if you cross me. Her grip loosens. Sorry to get scary for a second. I'm so close to having everything under control here. I can't risk you messing it up like you've done with everything else this week! I thought the bean run-through was the run-through that Tabitha hated me. It's the cake run-through. Oh my god. What are you gonna do, shoot me? I wanna do that. What are you going to do, shoot me? Episode 5, Cake gets shot. What the hell are you talking about? She follows your eyes to the gun on the far wall. Oh. Is this about the gun? I'm not going to shoot you. What did you come up here to talk about anyways? Just decided you wanted to bother me on the worst possible day to be bothered? Stella is still missing. You've got to be kidding me. Today of all days. Tabitha groans in frustration. I'm sure she'll turn up, but I'll see if I can get a hold of her. Don't think looking for my missing acquaintance gives you a pass to do anything dangerous. You're forbidden from doing risky things, even for what you might think is a good idea. A cakewalk. I'll be quiet. But also, I could lie. What if I just keep lying to her? Oh my god, I'm gonna lie to her. Look, I know I don't have the best track record here, but believe me, the last thing I want right now is more trouble. Tabitha studies you for a moment before responding. I'm going to choose to believe you. Girl, you should not believe me. Not that it'll do much good. You're like a magnet for danger. I also wanted to see how you were doing with the strike, your mom, everything. Let's really talk. Did you really think I'd want to have some kind of heart-to-heart right now? Sorry, Cake, but I have work to do. Save your probing questions for some other time, or never. I don't care which. If not now, when? I'm only here for a few more days. Says the person who ran off yesterday instead of spending time together. If connecting with me is what you really want, you're doing a really bad job at it. Love you, bye, even though you choked me out. Don't be weird. You leave the office, the door slamming shut behind you. You find Kanika waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any leads. Girl! Tabitha attacked me. You look back at the striking miners. What if I do that? What if I do that and just... Hey Davis, Rodriguez is trying to get Tabitha to fire you to break the strike. That little rat. Thanks for letting us know. We'll have to figure out who he's been talking to. Might help us round up more support. Whoa. I didn't expect you to share something like that. Normally I'm not a fan of snitches, but snitching on a snitch seems like fair game to me. It feels like we've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back to town, and we can figure out our next move from there. If Tabitha doesn't shoot me in episode 5, I'm gonna be mad. That's my goal for Cake. I need to be shot. Hello, Kidney. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. We are just doing episode 4 of Scarlet Hollow on my Cake run through. Where to next? Let's check out the diner. Bean wants to get shot. Tabitha just came up on me, ready to kill me. And then in episode 5 as Bean, she was cleaning her gun. It's like, I need to get shot in episode 5. That is my goal as Cake. I need to be shot or the gun pointed at me. So I gotta piss her off even more. That is my goal. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. It feels like you've walked into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion, their expressions gravely serious. Hey, it's Cake and Kanika. Long time no see. Hope the town has been treating you well. Yeah, Avery. I'm like 80 years old now. Are we interrupting something? Of course not. Everyone's welcome here. Just, be careful not to step on any toes. Things have gotten a little tense over the past couple of days. The miners in back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, they argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Oh my god. There's no way I can risk something like this. You all know my sister's tuition depends on this paycheck, and I can't afford a place outside of the company housing. This is too risky. We should just cut it out now before she starts firing people. I hate to say it, Zax, but Harrison might have a point. Everybody shut up. Smith just let me know the boss cousins over there was snooping around at the mines this morning. Let's not give the boss any more ammunition. The conversation cuts out, an uncomfortable silence falling over the diner as the miners watch you with suspicion. Are none of you going to comment on how old I am now? A ghost stole years of my life last night. We're doing more important work right now. Go bother someone else with your Halloween prank. What if they're actually telling the truth? Come on, Harrison. All us losers are the only ghosts in this town. We won't be losers for long if we just band together and make this moment count. Maybe I shouldn't. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. Hello, Lossless. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. She hasn't been around, but I'll let you know if I hear anything. So about the strike... We all know who you're related to, kid. Word travels fast, and I'll be damned if we talk business in front of you. Fine. We'll just leave. Still no sign of Stella. Oscar? Oh, let's see what Oscar says about our new look. We should check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he'll know what to do. I hope nothing else happened after we went home last night. I swear to God, if Charlie is still there, I am coming after his ghost butt and destroying him. They're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than someplace that was haunted. I got rid of Charlie. If they didn't sleep there, I would be mad. Morning light streams through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort, all menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. No ghost. Thank God. I was not up for an encore. I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally got my house back. Let's go. You make your way towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day, as if the events of the previous evening were all a terrible dream. Making sure Wayne's not out there. This hallway creeps me out. Kanika knocks on the door. Oh, good morning! It's so good to see all of you. Cake? He takes in the sight of you standing in the bright corridor. You could hear his guilt in the way he said your name, and you can see it in his eyes now. I hope you're doing well this morning. Please, come in. I don't know what my neighbor's cooking, but it's smelling good. You're doing really good. Oh, I'm gonna flirt with you. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take shots that well. You're being so brave. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5 in little pixel. But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're so badass. Alexis is right. This is more than most people have to deal with in their whole lives, and here you are taking it like a champ. Dr. Kelly's kind demeanor vanishes as she turns and glares at you, and then she realizes how old I am, and then she falls in love with me. Oh, I see we have visitors. But her glare vanishes as she takes in your new visage. Oh, she's falling for me. Her features soften into a look of shock and concern. Mr. Giratez told me what happened last night, and I must admit, I find it hard to believe. But your face... It definitely looks like you had years stolen from you. Whatever that means. It's concerning. I'd like to give you a physical. Yes, ma'am. Of course I understand your interest in my body. Let's go somewhere private. Dr. Kelly glances to the side in embarrassment. What? No, not here. The clinic, as soon as you get the chance. I only have a few other appointments today, so just stop by whenever is convenient. You should really be taking this seriously. Ma'am, I am. Kanika shoots you a look. Listen. I'm sorry, Kanika, I do have to shoot my shot. There's a pleading anger to it. It is the sort of look that says, you cannot flirt with me and my friend's scary mom. What is wrong with you, Cake? I'm sorry. Her examination finished, Dr. Kelly returns to Rosalina's side. How's Rosalina, Doc? She can tell us herself. What do you say, Rosalina? How are you? Tired. My leg hurts a lot, but the medicine is helping. It's not so bad right now. Plus, I got to lie down in an actual bed last night, and you have no idea how good that felt. Thanks, Cake. I can't believe you got any sleep last night after all that ghost stuff. I just sat on the couch with the lights on. I don't think I slept at all. I really needed rest after, the hospital and my foot. Your body is desperately trying to get you to rest. All that activity yesterday was pretty brutal on your injury. It's never gonna stop hurting if you keep pushing yourself. So, what are you not going to do today? Anything? That's right. You're staying right here. No walking around, no investigating haunted houses. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility. As her father, I should have... No need for anyone to step in to take the blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. But give it time. Then you can do all the activities you want. Alright, Rosalina? I'm guessing Charlie didn't come back for an encore? Not as far as I know. I slept in Rosalina's room, and I made sure to put some heavy objects on top of the hatch, just to give myself a little extra peace of mind. But thanks to you, I didn't see or hear anything all last night. I think we're in the clear. I didn't see anything either, but even if something did happen, I wouldn't know. I was asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. I'm too tired to worry about ghosts anymore, to be honest. Losing a limb will do that, especially if you decide to tromp around the next day like nothing happened. I would have been fine if it weren't for Charlie. Good thing he's gone then, and let's hope he stays gone. How's Reese? My soon-to-be son. He's fine, had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to this sort of thing. He just needs a couple of days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement. Not even a movie. I'm sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, but what if I wanted to hang out with you? Dr. Kelly stares at you in confused silence for a few seconds. I'm busy. Ma'am. We found something in Oscar's house last night, a stone carving that gave me a vision about what happened there. There was one in the mines the other night too. Both of them had some sort of pull on me. Whatever they are, there's something like them in your clinic. I felt it last night. You can feel Dr. Kelly's demeanor shift. She's grown quiet, her gaze piercing and analytic. Have you noticed anything weird at the clinic? No, it's just an old building. It has a lot of history, but that doesn't mean it's haunted or anything supernatural is going on. I understand that there have been some strange events in Scarlet Hollow this week, but despite what your funny feeling might suggest, the clinic is safe. But if something does happen at the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese? If it's anything like what happened to us last night, none of you have to concern yourselves with my son's health. I know how to take care of him, even as in a supposed ghost emergency or whatever it is you're worried about. Have any of you seen Stella last night? Not since dinner. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? Nope, we have no clue where she's gone. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found out. You remain silent. So, you've got your meds, You've got your nest of pillows and a helpful friend, little Pixel, by your side, and a cat to keep you company. Oh. Alexis.
Pixel can be a friend, though.
Seems like you're all set. Make sure you do a whole lot of nothing today.
I will.
Bye, Dr. Kelly. Thanks again for coming down to see us, Joan. Joan? Okay, ma'am. Not a problem. I'd much rather she stay put than have to get up and get in and out of cars. I'll call later today to see how things are going. Hope the rest of this week is less eventful for the both of you. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? Dr. Kelly turns towards you again, her usual glare absent. She's falling for me. And I hope you'll take me up on my offer. Oh, of course I am. I'm concerned about you. And then she pushes past you to leave Oscar's house. I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll let you kids have some space. Alexis, why don't you figure out a restful activity for you and Rosalina? Will do, Mr. Griotez. I brought some video games and puzzles from my house, and some movies too. Whatever you want to do, Rosalina. Oscar ushers you down back to the library. What's up? Is everything okay? Yes, everything's fine, or at least much better than yesterday. I can't thank you enough, Cake. I'd like to be as helpful as I can from here on out. Now that our little situation is dealt with, I'll finally have time to dig into the town archives. Our house was haunted because someone was murdered there. The mine collapse the other night was at the site of a mass grave. With enough research, maybe we'll be able to get a step ahead of the next crisis. Maybe we can actually preempt it. That is, assuming there's going to be a next crisis. But something tells me we aren't in the clear yet. We should compare notes. Not that I have any to start with, but if you know anything that might narrow down my search, it could save me a lot of time. I don't think we actually know that much more than you do, but I've got hunches. I can't help but feel like there must have been some inciting event, since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight. What that inciting event was or where to start looking for it, I have no idea, but it's something to keep in mind. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. Those carvings I warned Dr. Kelly about are important. To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there. But who? And there was one of those in the mines, and if you're right, there's the one in the clinic. Maybe that's what I should be focusing on right now. How many of those things are there? If we're lucky, maybe just those 3. But I'd rather not count. If the ghost is really gone, we should look at the carving, right? Not that I want to go into the creepy basement, but that thing has to be the most solid lead we have at this point, right? Not a chance. I know that ghost is probably gone for good, but that thing is evil, and if there's even the slightest chance that going back down there triggers something, it's not worth disturbing. At least, not until we know more. But what if this is our only chance to... My daughter's safety comes first right now. We finally have our house back. I'm not taking any risks until we know what we're dealing with. I think Sybil knows more than she's letting on. She wants me to come talk to her today. My mom? But she's always been a crystals and herbs kind of lady, not like someone who actually knows stuff about supernatural things. She has always had a strange air about her, hasn't she? I'd be interested to know what exactly she intends to discuss with you, Cake. I have a feeling she has more than tea to offer. There's that thing in the clinic I mentioned, that poll. I wish Dr. Kelly were taking this as seriously as she should. Oscar, what did you tell her about last night? She didn't bat an eye at anything Cake said about the supernatural. She mostly just got defensive. She does know how bad it was. Does she know how bad it was? I told her everything. She seemed to believe me, but who knows? Maybe she was just being polite in front of Rosalina. Maybe the whole time I was ranting, she was just nodding along, thinking I had a psychotic break. Maybe. I'll make sure to shoot Reese a warning text. He at least deserves to know something might happen. I'm gonna break into the clinic and see what I can find. What are you talking about? You already have it. Oh yeah, I do have an open invitation to visit at this point. You don't even need to break in. They have an open invitation for a physical. I don't think Dr. Kelly is going to be too appreciative of that turning into an investigation. We should be more cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of a cult. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. Let's not get all satanic panic just yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town my whole life, I feel like I would know if there were some cult that ran the place. I mean, the Scarlet family. A cult doesn't necessarily have to run the town to have an impact here. It doesn't even need to be active. From what I gather, those carvings you've been talking about are old, and whoever left them here is probably long gone. God, I hope so. I'll see what I can find. You never know. You remain silent. Okay, we should probably get back to looking for Stella. Keep us posted, okay? I will. Good to know that you have an open invitation to the clinic today. Finding Stella should be our priority. But it wouldn't hurt to check in on Reese later. It wouldn't hurt for you to get a checkup either. Before you can suggest your next move, you start to feel woozy, spots forming at the edges of your vision. Your legs suddenly feel unstable, your body sending you clear signs of exhaustion. And then it passes. Still, it probably won't be long before your body needs a chance to rest. You should plan your next move wisely. Oh. Okay. I guess we can go to Stella's. Let's go to Stella's house. Yeah, we've been running around town, getting all riled up, and meanwhile she's probably just sleeping in or something. I would have checked before we met up, but I was honestly kind of nervous I might run into some other horror from beyond the veil if I went exploring on my own. I wonder if that's Gretchen's little house. Little dog house or something. What is that? Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. This doesn't look like a break-in. It looks like somebody left the door open. Stella or someone else was in a hurry when they left. I'm not from around here. Is it normal for people to leave their doors open like this? Unlocked? Yes. Hanging open? No way. This is not normal. We should go in, right? Hello? You take a few steps forward and cross the threshold into Stella's house. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. This is a perfectly normal living room. No blood, no viscera, not even a tipped over lamp. This is good. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple of cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Is Stella's kitchen normally this messy? I wouldn't call this messy. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Though, maybe that's just because I've only been over here when she was already expecting me. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. I better not hear a single comment about this room being messy. You go to check Stella's computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? If Stella didn't want us to snoop, she shouldn't have gone missing. I don't make the rules. Okay, look, maybe there's something helpful on there, but this is still way out of my comfort zone. I'll just be over here, standing in the corner, not looking over your shoulder. Please, don't, go digging through personal files or anything. But also let me know if you find anything important or cool. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic multi-layer display. I don't know what I'd expect to see here, but it definitely wasn't this. How does she ever get anything done? You scan through folders and files on Stella's desktop, looking for something, anything that seems it might be interesting. One folder catches your eyes. Boring tax stuff. You're no fool. You've seen this folder before. You have this folder on your computer. I do. Boring tax stuff never oh, wait! No, mine actually contains tax stuff. Never contains boring tax stuff. For that matter, it never contains anything related to taxes, and its contents are never boring. Oh. You open the folder. You're surprised to find it contains a carefully mapped out diagram of the Scarlet Hollow mines, including holes in fences and areas with low visibility. There's also a handful of old photos of Stella and Tabitha together as teenagers. Tabitha wears an uncharacteristic grin, an authentic joyful smile, and Stella's eyes are somehow brighter, less tired. Both of them seem to be living in a happier time. It would take you all day to count the number of tabs in Stella's browser. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon. A sea of rounded, featureless triangles from the Windows edge to Windows edge. Her most recent open tab is Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question is titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." And then we've read this before in my bean run through. Or was it my bacon run through? I don't remember. Hey everyone! Was chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day and I found these little weird guys. My friend's mom says they're something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaky enough. This is totally staged. Clean footage in some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Since every low budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious, I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at this nest. They've been doing something to the animals in town, and they're apparently some sort of bad omen, like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. I believe you. Ugh. Lucky you're falling right into her lap. Lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. The thread continues into the next day. Okay, so 1, this isn't an ARG, I would never. And 2, you're not going to believe this, but we went into an abandoned mine last night to investigate things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking. We managed to capture it on tape. There's a link to an audio file called title Tommy Knockers Real.wave. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights? This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is Kidnapped by Aliens all over again. Also, lol, doughy white things and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her, or I'm gonna call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. The thread ends. You check Stella's search history. She hasn't visited any websites since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. Aside from the expected searches for Tommyknockers and ditchlings, it looks like she's been playing a lot of Sarah McLachlan. That's that. Okay, I think I've seen enough. Thank God. I got the achievement Hacker Man. I love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it up before company. It's a little neat snapshot, you know? Speak for yourself. If the roles were reversed and I was missing, and you and Stella were poking around in my room unannounced, I'd be completely mortified. I will say that this is what her room's been for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Aw, she still does those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyways. Okay, I don't think we're gonna find much else here. Let's move on. Okay, so she's not here, and we still have no clue where she is. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I thought she would have been sleeping in or something. I can't believe she's actually missing. Where to next? As you consider your next move, your vision blurs again, but this time it persists. The weakness in your knees returns, your ears filled with static, and you can feel yourself swaying, unable to control your body. It seems the toll of the pact you made last night is finally catching up with you. Hey, Kate, are you okay? Your body crumples to the ground. Oh shit. The general store is just around the corner. Let's get you inside. No, wait, take me to Dr. Kelly. Damn it. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as Kanika drags you across the threshold. You can faintly make out the unintelligible mumbling of what must be voices, and then you fade out once again. You come to be seated in the tea room. Kanika nowhere to be seen. Sybil sits across from you, concern in her eyes as she watches you regain consciousness. It's dark in here. The sunlight filtering through the heavy curtains, weak and watery, partially supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plants in the corner. Welcome back! It looks like it's just you and me for now. Kanika is getting some much overdue bed rest upstairs. I went ahead and made you some tea, dear. It should help you a bit with your condition. Your eyes drift down to the cup of freshly brewed tea in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with undertones of decaying earth. Don't expect it to change your gray hairs back, but at the very least it should make it easier for your mind and spirit to adjust to some of the physical changes you've gone through. Hopefully you'll be a little less exhausted and a little less prone to passing out. And when you're finished, we can use the leaves for a reading, on the house of course. Until then, why don't we just chat? Oh my god. I hope this works, because there was some stuff that Dr. Kelly said in my bacon run through that I couldn't get because I drank the tea. I hope this works. I'm going to see if there's... No, it would just be on top. You lift the tea to your mouth and pretend to take a sip, carefully waiting for a moment when she's looking away to toss its contents into a nearby plant. The other day, you promised to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Perlan was a lot like your great-grandmother. Edwardine? I need to figure out how to say that woman's name. Which is to say, she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerable more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a striking violet either. Shrinking, wow. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. And here's your opening. Throw that tea away! You take advantage of Sybil's broken attention to quickly dump your tea into one of the pots behind you. Why were Perlan and my mom raised by Edwardine? I need to figure out how to pronounce this woman's name. Hang on, I'm Googling this. Sorry, guys. Because I keep saying her name wrong. Let's see. Edwardine. Okay. What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were 2 in that generation. The youngest died when the girls were still children. Alexandra. She's talking about Alexandra. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. What was that other kid's name? Shit. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Did they even exist? I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, what with skipping town and all. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. What's with all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. I need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me the full picture. All done. Oh, good. You found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. Now to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. This doesn't bode well. So even if I don't drink it, I still get the same warning. You've got just about every warning that can fit into the bottom of the cup. Cross, kettle, and hourglass. All of these things mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in plain sight. Who could it be? I think I said this as bacon. The cat. How do I know you're not the cat? I suppose you don't. Though I'd think the cat wouldn't exactly warn you about itself. Still, you can't rule out anyone, even the old woman with a tea obsession. You don't have to figure out an answer right now. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. You know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connecting to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stones, carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek these carvings out. Piece together what you can from your visions and arm yourself with information. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. I'm gonna remain silent. You remain silent. I know it's probably not a comfortable proposition considering what's happened around them the past couple of nights, but anything that happens around those stones may be worth it if it means you're able to get ahead of your adversary and whatever threatens this town. I think that's all I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. Hello, Alex. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. This conversation has been illuminating. It means she is lying about that whole fortune thing, because I threw that tea in a plant. She is lying. It is now confirmed that she is lying. Thanks. I'll let you know if I find anything. I'm so interested for episode 5 to see what happens because I didn't take that drink. Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well. And I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Sybil closes the door to the tea room, the bells of its door strangely flat in the stale air of the nearly empty general store. I'm gonna check in on Kanika. You're not going anywhere before checking in on Kanika. You make your ways upstairs. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just gonna lie down for a while. I'm not your mom? Oh, Cake! What's up? I could use a breather. Let's hang out for a minute. Sure, let's hang out. Just give me 2 seconds. It's a disaster in here. You hear frantic crumpling and crinkling and shuffling as she tidies her room. Okay, come in. Kanika's room is the sort of place that's stuck between the past and present. Faded stickers from her childhood line her bookshelves, and boxes of packed belongings sit in the corners of the room. I don't usually have people over. Don't judge me too harshly for the state of the place. Oh. So now we can start romancing her. And Oh, right there. You don't have to be nervous about me seeing your room. There's no better way to get a sense of who someone really is. And do you like what you see? It's a little messy. Hey! But I like messy. Nice save, and good. You better. Packing for something? You motion to the stack of cardboard boxes. That's all my stuff from college. I never really unpacked. It seemed like a waste to unload everything. It's not like I'll be staying here long term, so I just have to pack it up again eventually. I guess I did move back over a year ago, so these boxes have just been sitting here unopened for a long time. But any day now, I'll load them back into the van and get out of town. Any day now. Oh man, I want to romance you. But it might lock me out of Dr. Kelly. But... Okay, let's... I will romance her? About us. Yes? Hang on. I know we've been playing with each other for the past few days, but I have to know. Are we doing this? Kanika stammers, her eyes darting to the floor, a barely contained smile rushing across her face. I don't know. Do you want that? Do you want to be together? Yeah, I want to be with you. Do you want to be with me? Her eyes lock with yours. Of course I do. You hold out your arms and she falls into them. Her body is soft against yours, and you can feel her heart beating quickly in her chest. Her eyes look up at yours, filled with a warm joy you feel she hasn't felt in a long time. She smells incredible. Her sleek braids exude a perfume of warm coconut, and an aroma of flowery cucumber wafts from her skin, the scents melding to create a sweet tropical bouquet. After a long minute, you pull away, your hands lingering on the soft curve of her waist as the two of you stare into each other's eyes. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I don't do this, like, ever. I've never even made it past second base. Or first base? See, I don't even know what the bases are. I'm messing this up already. And this is why. Because I get all flustered and weird and ghost people because I'm scared that they're gonna figure out how unlikable I am. And I'm doing it right now. Wow, I really can't stop myself. Okay, no, I'm cool. I'm totally cool. We like each other, and that's cool. I got the achievement, you can't start a fire. Screw hanging out in my room for the rest of the day. Wherever you're headed, I want to come with you. Gotta maximize the amount of time we spend together before you get back to New Zilla, right? Even if we make other plans for later on, I want to be with you right now. But where would we go? I've got that appointment at the clinic. It's a good opportunity to check in with Reese too, and see what's behind the door. I was hoping to see Reese sometime today. I want to ask if he knows anything about Stella and, make sure he's okay after what happened at dinner. Let's do it. I'm bringing Kanika to the clinic. This is gonna be different. Also, oh my god, Kanika, please. Kanika, I'm scared. Kanika, I hope your mom didn't hear me. Oh no. The two of you make your way back out into the hallway hand in hand. But before you make it to the stairs, a light turns on, startling both of you. I thought you were going to get some rest, Kanika. You should really head back to bed, or this cold of yours will get only worse. But I still have a lot of energy. I don't feel like sitting around. I don't think I need to. Of course you do. I know you best, and you just haven't been yourself these past few days. All this running around has been a detriment to your health. Miles and I want to see you healthy. You hold this family together. Let's just go, Kanika. You try to guide Kanika towards the stairs, but it's like she's rooted to the floor. Kanika sighs. I'm sorry, Mom. I know I've been neglecting the general store, and I let Miles run off the other day. That was so irresponsible of me. That's all right, Kanika. He could have gotten hurt, but he didn't, and it seems like you learned a valuable lesson from the experience. Now let's get you to bed. You just need another day to recover, then you can get back to all this town mystery business. Cake, you'll be fine without her until tomorrow. My mom is right, Cake. You go on without me. See you later, okay? Before you can utter another word, Kanika returns to her room. Sybil's eyes carefully watch you as you leave and make your way to the main street alone. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. I can't tell if that's a stump or Wayne. Normally Wayne's around here. There he is. It's really hard to see because of my old age, but he's over here. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your rib cage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. It's time for your checkup. You used to be quite the Casanova in high school, and back in the day, you learned two things. First, that the second floor of a residential building is never locked, and second, the skills needed to take advantage of the security flaw. No judgmental parent ever managed to get in the way of you and your high school flames. I'll just go see the doctor. I don't need to do that. You already have an appointment. You might as well just walk in to the clinic and see Dr. Kelly. You can figure out the rest of your investigation later. You open the door to the clinic. It creaks loudly on its hinges. The interior feels surprisingly modern compared to its exterior, though you can still glimpse the ornate bones of the building peeking through in the decorative molding and the overly complicated banister lining the stairway. You can feel the odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that you wanted to find. Before I can drag you too far into the clinic, Dr. Kelly puts aside her paperwork and makes her way down the hall. Her expression is as exasperated as ever, despite the fact that she's the one who asked you to take time out of your day to come here. You made it. Good. The exam room is just this way. You don't need a doctor's appointment. You need to find whatever's been calling you here. Can you give me a tour first? No, I barely have enough time to give you this exam, and there's really not much to see anyways. It's an old building, but that doesn't mean it's anything special. Now come on, the exam room is this way. The doctor directs you down a hallway, and you follow her into the clinic's exam room. I'm just gonna start with some general diagnostics, but I'd like to do some blood work today, if you're amenable to that. She presses the cold metal of her stethoscope to your chest. You haven't heard from Stella yet, right? Dr. Kelly briefly removes the stethoscope from your chest. She's still missing? I haven't seen her. I'll make sure to check with Reese. I know he hears from her pretty frequently, but let's finish this up first. She places the stethoscope back on your chest. Why are you suddenly being nice to me? It's easier to be nice to people when I'm not worried about them making my son ill, and you're just here for a checkup. Give it to me straight, Doc. How much longer do I have left? Shh. No doctor can know something like that for sure. I'll know more when I get the blood work back, but I really won't be able to give you any solid numbers. I wish I'd been able to do a diagnostics before whatever happened, so I would have something to compare this to. Is the heart murmur new? What? Did Charlie Shaw give me a fucking heart murmur? No doctor has ever said you had a heart murmur. Before you can answer, she attaches a blood pressure cuff to your arm, inflating it with a few quick pumps of the bulb. The ends of your fingers tingle numbly as the cuffs constrict. Hello, Phantom. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. I have a heart murmur? Is that bad? So it is new. Forget what I said. No worries. No worries at all. I suppose you could have developed it at any point since your last checkup, but it is something that happens with age. Though developing one overnight, along with new wrinkles and gray hair, is not something that happens. The pressure on your arm finally releases, blood rushes back into your fingertips. Your blood pressure is definitely higher than I would expect for someone your age. It's not in what I would call a safe range, but it can be managed. Let me know if you feel any pain. The doctor leans over you, using her forefingers to prod your abdomen. She steadies you with a gentle hand on your shoulder. I'm interested in your thoughts on folks around town. We really don't need to small talk. Do you know Sybil well? Small talk it is then. I know her as well as anybody else. She's yet another resident of Scarlet Hollow who should really come see me more often, but she has her own ideas about health. She seems to think drinking a gallon of tea a day will grant her immortality. I'm sure I'll be seeing more of her when she realizes that's not the case. I'm doing well. We are uncovering a lot of new stuff in this playthrough. As a doctor, I imagine having some hill witch just down the road peddling natural cures for their ills wouldn't have you thrilled. We've had our fair share of disagreements. Seems like she always wins in the end. She puts on that sweet and innocent old lady act, but... Talk to me, Dr. Kelly. No, I don't want to talk about Sybil. Don't ask me about her again. Okay. Did you know my mom well? I did. We were friends growing up. She was sarcastic, but nice. I like that about her. A hell of a lot more pleasant to be around than her sister. What did you think of Pearl Ann? Vivi and I used to joke she was the evil twin, though I'm not sure you can call it a joke if it's just true. How many times have you heard that joke of you being a unicorn because of the horn on the front of your head? What do you mean? What joke? Sorry, I really shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Do you know any history about my family? Of course I do. Folks around here learn all the important myths about your family. The whole bootstraps thing with Silas, the founding of the town by the muddy Andrew J. Scarlet, and of course, the big collapse and the evil Charles Shaw who gets all the blame. Your family is a big deal in this town, of course. I know about them. Only as much as anyone else, though. I'm not really into local history. I'd like to know more about the clinic. Well, it's just an old hospital during the Civil War, then one of those clean air clinics. Then around the time of the collapse, it was converted back into a hospital. But it lost most of its funding as people left town, so now it's just the doctor's office. With an astronomical heating bill, all the massive windows and glass doors make this an icebox in winter. What happened after the Shaw mine collapsed? I mean, I am a unicorn, so it's not a joke. It's not a joke, I am a unicorn. Normally people call me a demon or like a narwhal, but no, I'm a unicorn. I suppose the only thing I know that the average residents of the Hollerer might not is the collapse was the reason this was converted into a proper hospital. Yeah, I'm a unicorn. Yeah. That's why it's not a joke. That's why I'm confused. The wounded were brought here, and where there are beds and medical supplies, and that pushed out the last dregs of the clean air cooks. Nobody thought the air around here was that clean after a coal mine collapse filled it with ash. The theory was already on its way out at that point. Sounds like it'd be a ghost city. Ever see any? No. And neither has Reese, so don't try to weasel your way into seeing him again under the guise of asking him if he has seen any dead soldiers or miners or whatever. Do you have something against me? When I first showed up, you were kinda scary, and you still are. The doctor sighs, and you can feel the jabs in your torso get a little softer. Yeah, people tell me that. I'm a brusque person. It's just part of who I am. I don't mean to come off as rude. Plus, Stella and Kanika showing up with you in tow put me on edge. I was planning on two dinner guests, who I've known since they were little kids. In my defense, I'm just being protective. Reese's health is at a difficult point and probably will for the rest of his life. It means I have to be more strict than I'd like. But I'm sorry I let that impact the way I've spoken to you. I'll try to be more thoughtful. So, have you noticed any ditchlings yet? Sorry, I haven't noticed or known before. No, you're fine. A lot of people don't know. Maybe I've seen some weird things outside the windows. I don't know what they are. I won't jump into any conclusions. But there's definitely some weird stuff going on around town that defies logic. You're proof enough of that. I really appreciate you looking out for me, Doc. No problem. Just doing my job. I feel negligent if I saw someone go through what you've gone through and didn't step in, even if there's not much I can do to help. I'd like to check out your lungs. Can you breathe into this for me? Make sure you keep a tight seal on it. You place the mouthpiece against your lips. Now blow out hard and keep going until you're out of air, okay? You can romance this doctor. You can romance her. And like, this is like the first time she's like really nice to me. So it's like, is this the way to get to her? Become old? You do your best. You can tell it's a pitiful attempt. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'd expect given everything else. Again, I don't have data from before, but judging by your age and what I'm able to tell from a quick once-over, it looks like you're the equivalent of 15, 20 years older. and not a good 15 or 20 years. So our character would be about in their 40s then. But let's see what your blood work has to say about that. She goes to the drawer and retrieves a needle. Quietly accept your fate. There's no way out of this. You quietly accept your fate and wait for the needle to pierce your flesh. You'll barely feel it, I promise. Yeah, you can romance the doctor, you can romance Sybil. Oh, thank you for the follow over on YouTube. Thank you. I don't think any of the YouTube chat is showing up. Or like any updates. I need to figure out a better multi-streaming thing so I can see what's going on over on YouTube. Yes, Sybil is Kanika's mother. And then you can also romance Oscar, who is an older guy. But yeah, there's a lot of different romance options in this game. You'll barely feel it, I promise. She inserts the needle. She was wrong. You definitely feel it. But it doesn't last long. The needle slides back out quickly, and she puts a cotton ball on the tiny hole in your skin, pasting a band-aid over top to seal in your vital juices. There, see? That's all we had to do. Not bad at all. Alright, that's all we can do for now. I'll make sure to notify you when I get the results, and I'll send them to your GP. You do have a regular doctor back home, right? Say nothing. Hello, Raymond. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. And yes, this is a really great game. I'm super excited to see what part 2 of episode 5 is going to be for all my characters. Of course I do. Good. They're in for a shock when you get back home. That's for sure. You're free to go. You know how to find the door. She starts busying herself with cleaning up her equipment. She'll be distracted, at least for a few minutes. ASMR antagonistic doctor roleplay ASMR. That is the achievement I just got. Good, your appointment is done and you're free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You've been caught by the pull of the object, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you in. The lights click on. You're in the morgue. Cake? He squints, seemingly unsure whether you're the same person he met yesterday. What are you doing in the morgue? Vampire! I'm not. Please don't stake me. I just find it easier to sleep down here. Don't ask me why, that's just how it is. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank wall loosens its pull on you. You kinda looked possessed for a second. You good? Make him understand. There's a stone carving on the other side of the wall, and I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get to it. I just need to get the doc out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the doc out of our hair? Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time, it's true anyways. How'd you learn that little trick? When you're a teenager whose doctor mom won't leave you alone for 2 seconds, You learn how to make it happen. Yes, I will destroy the wall. Wow, you are seriously desperate about that wall. I'll make it quick. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with a uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. Yes, this is Reese. You can romance him. And also, hold on, give it a minute. Give it a minute. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I just picked some up. I've got some errand to run on Main Street anyways. I'll go pick up some orange juice, and some ginger ale too. What's wrong with Reese? So Reese has a unknown illness, which we're gonna figure out in a bit. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, and then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric grasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Come on up. We don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with that, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious where it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doctor's office first. Oh, you were talking to Phantom Smash. Okay. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see the axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records, with your family's name on it. You scoop up the folder, tucking the documents in for later perusal. Reese watches you with curiosity. Stealing medical documents? If my family is gonna keep secrets from me, I'd better learn what I can. Totally. Steal anything you need. You've got a mystery to solve, and I'm not gonna stand in your way. Let's check the medical supply room next. I can imagine a room full of chemicals being a place someone might want to keep an axe. Better be careful stealing stuff in there, though. That might really get you in trouble. You turn around and leave the office. It's time to move on. Come on, let's keep looking. There it is. It looks like it needs a key, though. We better not break the glass. I'd rather explain why I had to steal the axe after we had a chance to use it. There must be a key somewhere. He stops as if listening to something you can't hear. Shit, she's back already. This is different. As if on cue, you hear the front door to the clinic open and close, the creak of its antique hinges echoing down the hallway. Footsteps dart down the hall. She's headed this way. Quick, we gotta hide. Oh wait, I remember this. Quick, we gotta hide. I'm not supposed to be in here. He opens the closet door and hurriedly motions you inside. I forgot we get stuck. We go in the closet together. You slip past him, scrunching into the small space as best as you can. He attempts to slide in after you. There's not enough room here. Hide somewhere else. You close the door as Reese scrambles to find a new hiding spot. Shit. He lets out a panic whisper as he scrambles to find another spot. A few tense seconds pass before Dr. Kelly finally arrives at the threshold of the supply room, storming in with what sounds like shopping bag in tow. You can barely hear Reese's small sigh of relief as the footsteps recede back down the hallway. That was the door to the house. We're in the clear. Let's go. You leave the closet. Reese quickly and quietly starts pulling out drawers, scanning them for keys. Let Reese handle it. You watch while he rifles through drawers and content to let him figure it out. Soon, a jingling of keys, and then he turns to you victoriously. There we go. They're even color-coded. She made this too easy. Reese pauses to look at the plant on the table. It was weird of her to drop that off, right? Why would she put some alien-looking fruit in the supply room? She's not a pharmacist. She's not supposed to make her own medicine. This room is for storing stuff she orders from an actual pharmacist, and I doubt it's decorative. It is weird. Maybe we should do some snooping. Before you get another chance to do that, Reese jerks his head towards the door. Shit. That was the door from the house. We've got to run. Grab the axe and go. You grab the axe and follow Reese's instruction, once again staring down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right. We did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird noises, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. May I make the first blow? Go for it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There's some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room from beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward. And you climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet moving without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years, the planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. I think this might be I don't think I've seen this image. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again, Enoch. What am I going to do? I think this is Teddy. Nonsense, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research, and I found us an alternative. Someone who can fix everything in one fell swoop. We're taking you home today, and by this time next week, everything will be resolved. Maybe I have seen it, because that sounds familiar. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you'd slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Are you okay? I still have those documents I swiped, right? Yeah, you should still have them on you. Sure enough, you pull out the file containing medical documents about your family. Cause of death, sleep apnea, discovered by her daughter Tabitha Chrysanthemum Scarlet. No autopsy performed. Edwin Scarlet, born April 9th, 1913, died February 12, 2003, age 89. Cause of death, heart failure, signed by her granddaughter, Pearland Scarlet. Pretty normal. Almost made it to 90, died of a normal old person illness. Enoch, born September 9th, 1887, died August 20th, 1957, age 69. Cause of death, fall from cliff. This one has a coroner's report attached. Organ sustained impact injuries, lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from a great height. You quickly flip through a few of the other Scarlets whose names you aren't familiar with. Theodore Scarlet, born May 24th, 1890, died 1918, age 28. Cause of death, crushed in a mine collapse, body not recovered, signed by his brother, Enoch Scarlet. Joseph Scarlet, born April 1914, died June 14th, 1944. Louis Scarlet, born August 1920, died June 6th, 1944. Both killed at Normandy in the line of duty. These must have been Edward's brothers. Edwardines brothers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so their house is connected to, like, the hospital. So that's why they have all that stuff. And she is the doctor of the town. So that's why they're able to, like, go between places. They live in their house. Just the hospital is connected to their house. Certificate of fetal death, infant boy, Andrew Charles Scarlet. Delivered April 3rd, 1945. Stillbirth. We know who this is. We know who this is. Oh my gosh. Cause of death, complications during birth. No doctor present. Home burial. There was no doctor present at the birth and a home burial. There's some information missing here. Alexandra Scarlet, born December 12, 1947, died August 20th, 1957, age 9, missing, presumed dead, signed by mother, Edwin Scarlet. Alexandra, the owner of the doll, so she went missing. Mary Bell Scarlet, born September 3rd, 1946, died October 30th, 1963, age 17. Cause of death, complications during childbirth, signed by her mother. I think Dr. Kelly should look me over. These seizures can't be good for me. I don't think you'll want her to do that. While you were out, I looked this up. She's not the kind of doctor you want in charge of your health care. I should know. I'm the one she's been poisoning for years. I refuse to take my medicine, so she's on a warpath up there. I have no idea what she's doing, but I've blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. You locked your door? Of course I did. I put a chair in front of it. It's never failed me before. We don't need her coming down here to finish me off or whatever it is she might do now that I know about her treatment plan has been all these years. Hang on. But I need to leave. I know you do, but I'm doing this to protect you. To protect both of us. We shouldn't underestimate her. I have these weird memories. I always assumed they were dreams or hallucinations, but now, I think she's used tranquilizers on me. Other times that I've gotten too unruly for her. I don't know how much of those memories I can trust, but I'm starting to think I should believe my instincts when it comes to the lengths she's willing to go to keep me under her control. We'll wait here until she's asleep, then we can at least get out of the basement and we can figure out what to do from there. Okay. I don't want to be down here. I want to leave. Why? You're safer down here with me than out there. Out there she could hurt you or someone else could. It'll be a few hours maximum, then we'll both be free. I promise. Stella is still missing. I have to keep looking for her. It's getting dark. If you go looking, you might get lost too. And you'd still have to figure out how to get out of the house without that woman noticing you. If she knows you had something to do with this, there's no telling what she might do to make sure you can't tell anyone else. If she was fine keeping me trapped down here, half dead, what else is she capable of? Murder? Reese's movements are becoming more erratic, his voice rising as he starts to panic. Hey, are you sure you're okay? This is different. This is different. This is different. Yeah, I'm just panicked, I guess. Sorry, it must seem weird. I feel weird. Now you're back. I didn't see him in that one pose. It's been like I've been pumped full of adrenaline. Like finding out about what's been happening to me for my entire adult life has put me into some fight or flight. And all I can think about is how she might try to hurt you now. That you know, or will happen if I don't manage to get out of here. It'd be too easy for her to regain control and lock me downstairs for good. She could take away anything I could use to call for help, and paint over the windows and keep me sick for as long as my body can withstand it. There's something very strange happening to the thin young man in front of you. It's as if his muscles are squirming under his skin, and the panic in his face has transformed his features into something almost inhuman. This might sound drastic, but I feel like the only way to make sure that never happens is to take matters into my own hand. There's that pose again. And why shouldn't I? I'm pretty sure I'm stronger than her, and it's for self-defense. If I want to live, I need to. There's a knock on the window. Leave now, before this situation escalates. I think this is new too. I don't remember looking up at Wayne like that. Oh my god. We are getting so many new things as Cake. Who the hell are you? Say nothing. You remain silent. Without another word, Wayne starts pounding the window. Yeah, I don't remember this pose of him kicking. I remember like standing up and like being across the room and seeing Wayne kick the window. This is new for me. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. You feel a hand on your shoulder and are thrown back from the window. Here it is. And you guys are gonna find out why some people romance Reese. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. The window shatters. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. I get it. You're the guy who's been following Cake. Enemies all around us, huh? A jar of 500 bees. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese fully comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off, and Wayne along with it. Run! You've seen enough to know you need to leave. You run up the stairs. The door is blocked by a chair. And then it's blocked by something else too. You toss the chair out of the way and do your best to tear through the substance covering the door. It reforms and regenerates too quickly for you to claw your way through. Okay, wait, now hold on. Are you changing your mind now, Phantom? Are you changing your mind? Defeated, you turn back to the basement. The remainder of Reese's paintings await their artist's command. It's okay. Stay right there. I can take care of this. Then she won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. I'll be right back. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his creations. You make your way to the door that beckoned you yesterday, all intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the door proper into the doctor's office, there's a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. You grasp the handle and turn. Street smart, Dr. Kelly emerges from the shadow and levels a firearm to your direction. You instantly notice it's not a proper rifle, but some kind of tranquilizer gun. Duck! Duck. You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. I'm not changing my mind. Well, listen. Let's just see. Let's see. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls out the tranquilizer dart from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're gonna have to try harder than that, you... No. How did you... As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between cracks in the wood. Reese's panic pulling in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemies in place. The artist darts away, but his creations continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. We're gonna go after Dr. Kelly, because we're gonna get more information from her since we didn't drink the tea. You run forward, braving the onslaught of Reese's creations, dodging them as best as you can as you try to see where Dr. Kelly went. I cannot read. The door in front of you is smothered in paint. Hey, Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You, Cake. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from there, but you can help the both of us. You survived. What's going on? Are you into that thing? No, I'm not. But some people are. I think you can probably put that together. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. You turn back around and head to the medical storage room. I'm here. Great, now listen to me. I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. An intercom system? Huh, Doc? Good. You should hear this. Cake, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody. Just her. If you don't, you and I both know she's going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers? Did I hear that right? And shove me back in that basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know those tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she know? Trust me, Reese. I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance, and you decided to convince me I was dying instead of just letting me exist. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now that the consequences are staring at you in the face. I love how he's just like standing back there like, tee-hee-hee. Enough. Reese cries out in pain. Oh, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. You can also romance Wayne, the guy who's fighting off Reese. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. You do as she says. The tranquilizers are easy to find, marked with a small square of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the massive paint sealing it shut. Hurry. I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. Right there.
Step.
She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. Sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. Let's talk Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead. I have nothing left to hide. When did you find out? A little after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes, then a few extra. Thickened nails, sharp teeth, elvish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out at a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument, and he changed right in front of me. It was like nothing what he is now, just a couple of inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared. He could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was a one-off, or maybe a hallucination. But the second time, it wasn't as subtle, and it didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. Was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sakes. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. But then, all of a sudden, my period stopped, I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. The relationship between you seems so difficult. Yeah, you could say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready. But he made me love being a mom. it's not like it was going to be sunshine and roses forever. No matter what, kids grow up and they change, sometimes for the worse. This is part of being a mom, too. Doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into this world isn't going to go around eating people. What is he? At first, I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him, and you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that'll just have to remain a mystery. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidences like this before, maybe 4, depending on what counts. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages, so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There's only so much I can do to control him. How do you know he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number 1. It's not like he's usually a violent kid. He's mostly just sad, but every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot tall monster with a million teeth, and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. Why not just kill him? You think I haven't tried? At the very least, poison isn't the way to do it. I haven't resorted to any violent measures. Maybe if he was weak and they knew where to hit him, somebody could do it. But I just can't bring myself to do that kind of thing to him. I couldn't look him in the eye while I did it, and then he'd be gone. I don't want him to be gone. He's my kid. I love him so much. He has a lot to offer the world, even if he's stuck in his room for the rest of his life. Why did you start poisoning him? Dr. Kelly sighs. Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but the act of me giving him poison was not me poisoning him. I was medicating his illness. It started when he was around 15. I've been giving him increasingly high dosages of clonopin, but his body kept adapting and his symptoms would come back, especially if we ever fought. I couldn't keep ordering all of those drugs. It was already suspicious, and I could risk losing my license, especially if anyone ever found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I took it. And I've been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of the decision ever since then. Who approached you, and what did they say? Dr. Kelly gives you a long, hard look. I don't want to talk about that woman. But screw it, I might die tonight, so sure, I'll tell you. It was Sybil. I don't know how the hell she found out, but... Sorry, maybe Reese had an episode while he was over at her place. Who can say? So because we didn't take that tea, we were able to get this information. I thought she was insane. She was telling me to give my son ricin, like it was a mythical mountain folk cure for fussy teenagers. She was right, though. And I hate that. I hate the power it meant she had over me. Still has. Don't trust her, Cake. She puts on that sweet old lady act, giving everybody tea and talking about healing magics or whatever. But she's a snake. What's the game plan, both long and short term? Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. There has to be some other way. It's just going to make him feel trapped. It sure is. Especially since I'll have to isolate him even more now that he knows what's going on. He's going to hate me. But you gotta work with what you've been given. And I've been given is an ethical dilemma where I either let my son kill me, freeing him to go out and kill others, or imprison him for the rest of his life and force feed him poison to keep him controllable. Or the third option, kill him. I've decided which outcome I can live with. While we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. What is this room? An old x-ray room. Lead walls. After I realized this whole situation was a possibility, I had the door reinforced with special remote-controlled locks. Glad it could finally come in handy. You didn't walk me to the door after my exam earlier. You must have known I might have gone looking for something. Why didn't you make me leave? She sighs. There's something about keeping a secret for so long. It makes you paranoid. It makes you do things you know are objectively wrong, just to maintain the illusion of your life. It isolates you. At some point, you just don't want to be alone anymore, whether you realize it or not. So you get sloppy. You leave things around. Mrs. Doubtfire, arm your gun. You leave things around you shouldn't, because that destructive little part of you wants to test the limits of how obvious you can be before someone is able to put two and two together. I'm not blind. I can see that things are happening in Scarlet Hollow. Unusual things. I guess subconsciously, I must have decided if there was ever a time to let someone else in, it would be now. You and Dr. Kelly sit in silence and wait for her son to make his way towards you. So this is, I don't know what type of ending we're going to get here because we did not call Tabitha. Tabitha is not going to come and save us. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit. This might be game time. Get those tranks ready. We have to get the door open before he crosses the hall. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Tame the beast? No. You hand you blew it. Get a bad outcome while you had a trait that could have avoided it. I could have used hot to seduce him. And we got a bad outcome. Oh my god. Someone's dying. And I don't know which one. You hand Dr. Kelly the tranquilizer darts. Dr. Kelly quickly loads them into her gun, leveling the barrel to her son. Cake, I thought we were in this together. Thank God. Dr. Kelly sighs heavily, staring down at the wrapped figure of her son. I can drag him into the safe room on my own. I'll meet you at the front door when I'm done. Well, wait a minute. That's not bad. He didn't get his face blown off by Tabitha. This is good. Bro is a doggo. I feel like he has more horse features because, like, of the ears and, like, that long, face. I feel like it's more horse-like. Kind of like a bat horse because of the little weird armpit skin. Oh, have a good night, Mickey. Thank you for stopping on by. So that's interesting. You've returned to the entrance of the clinic. Everything is quiet now. Only streaks of paint where Reese's minions had once roiled out of the cracks in the wood. I hope you understand that this needs to stay between us. I don't care how much you feel like you need to share what just happened with other people. The more people know about this, the more trouble it is for me and for him. I don't need any more well-intentioned escape plans. Can I come visit him? As long as you don't bring anyone else along, yes, that would probably be good for him. I can't promise he'll want to see you, or that he won't have some harsh words if he does, but I don't want him to be entirely isolated. There's a magic stone in your basement. Just thought you should know. We also busted a hole in the wall down there. Okay, thanks for the heads up, I guess. Do you think you'll let any of his friends in on this? She heaves a sigh. I'll have to think about it. We'd run the risk of one of them trying to break him out, but if he's stuck in a windowless room with no internet or friends, that's a one-way ticket to insanity. Then I'd have an insane monster on my hand. Stella in particular would be a problem. That girl never knows how to mind her own business or follow other people's rules, and she would have absolutely no fear of what might happen if he was cut loose. Kanika, I might consider. She's got a bit of a bleeding heart and pretty inflexible morals, which could be a problem. On the other hand, I don't know how well she could keep a secret, and if Stella found out, then Kanika could probably be convinced to do a jailbreak, and then it'd all blow up in my face. You can probably tell I've put a lot of thought into this. It's the same calculation I've been doing for years, debating whether or not I could be upfront with any of them, instead of just pushing them away and hoping they didn't notice what was really going on. Hello, Devil. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. She sighs again. Maybe I'll get him a kitten or something. Like they did for Coco the gorilla. Might as well give him a tree swing while I'm at it. Some enrichment for his enclosure. I hate that I have to do this to him. It's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Having this secret together. You're a cheeky one, aren't you? It's almost working, too. As long as this stays between us, you can come around anytime you like. I'll probably need some occasional help. As much as I'd love to stand around chatting, I have to get to work. Gotta clean this place up as best as I can before tomorrow. And you should probably get home. It's dark. I'm sure your cousin is worried about you. Hug! You put your arms out for a hug. No offense, but I'm not a hugger. Okay. See you later, Cake. She firmly escorts you to the door. It closes behind you. The night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day, crickets singing quietly in the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream, and now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. It's time to go home. It's time for you to get home. Dude, I was just about to get home. Also, this is new. Hi. He appears as if out of nowhere, clothes streaked with what first looks like blood and gore, but you quickly realize it's paint. Evidence of his altercation with Reese. Hang on. Oh, he did grab him, though. Or slice him. That looks like... Unless that was there before Reese. I'll walk you. Oh, I'm getting walked home by Wayne. Okay. I appreciate the company. You might have to, like, be a little ways from the estate, because if Tabitha sees you, she might shoot us. Because she kind of hates me right now, Wayne. And she hates you. So, like, we could get shot at. Shall we? Sure, why not? Wayne walks just ahead of you in near complete silence. You're not gonna talk to me? Did you know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly? I wasn't sure, but now I know. I thought you wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you gonna lecture me? You were free to make your own decisions, and those decisions have been made. I know that something pulls at you, and now that it's started, I know that you cannot stop until your task is finished. I'll keep you safe while you do what you must. Seems like Reese gave you a run for your money. Wayne emits a strange kind of coughing sound. You realize he's laughing! He's never laughed, even though I tried to romance him in my bacon run-through. Wow. He managed to catch me off guard. Those constraints of his were interesting little trick. But that's all they were. What if I just flirt with him?
Hey, I'm gonna try to hold his hand.
Give me your grimy hand. You try to take his hand into yours. He pulls away as you reach forward, leaving you grasping at air. Okay. Fine. I didn't want to hold your hand anyways. A thoughtful gesture, but you don't want to do that. I wouldn't wish to frighten you. But I promise, there will be a time and place. The bond we share, Cake, could share. It would be deeper than any bond you could form with anyone else. Do you know what happened to Stella? She ran off, didn't she? Remember that, if you find her. She won't be there if you need her. Why are you following me around? Why not Stella or Kanika or Sybil? Why not Tabitha? Because you're special. But why? Why am I so special? You simply are. Ugh, okay, Wayne. Do you not feel the ties that bind us? They're unbreakable. Thanks for looking out for me tonight. Anytime you find yourself in danger, I'll be there for you. I will always be there for you. Except on the first night, you weren't there. You continue in silence back to the estate. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try to spend some time in that old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. And you might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. He disappears into the underbrush. He just jumps into a bush. The estate feels empty, wind howling through its abandoned halls, the very foundations creaking beneath you. Your cousin must have already gone to bed. We don't even go find Stella. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse onto the bed. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you. At least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You think for a moment about calling Kanika, but you're just too tired to even bother. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese, trapped in that tiny windowless room, all his greatest fears realized, his body no longer his own. But you stopped him from killing Dr. Kelly. The world, at least for now, is protected from him. And then you think of nothing. Yep, finished episode 4 without finding Stella, and then I got all that stuff. Alright. We are pretty much caught up with, Scarlet Hollow. We have the 5th episode, the full 5th episode for Cake, and then part 2 for Bean and Bacon. So yeah, we're almost caught up, and we've learned quite a bit. And we're going to learn more now that we're romancing Kanika. It's going to be interesting what the recap of episode 5 will be. We will do a recap, a full recap of episode 5, because I want to see something. And I did save it, right? I did. Oh, so nice. So nice. Oh my god. We romanced Kanika. We didn't drink the tea. Tabitha almost killed us. We broke Reese's heart. we flirted with Dr. Kelly. We did so much tonight. So much tonight. Hello, Pack. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good time zone. Let me, Sounds like a typical night. I know, right? Cake is having like a crazy run through right now. I'm having a lot of fun as Cake. That hot trait is so fun. But yeah, it is very interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the stream. And then, I don't know if we should do part 1 of Cake tomorrow, or if we should just... Oh, yeah, I have to do the Resident Evil poll. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, wow. So I just want to see, I'm going to do like 3 minutes, that should be fine. But I just want to know if you guys would be interested. Why is the poll not working? Okay, there we go. But yeah, I just want to know if anyone would be interested in me streaming Resident Evil 9. But yeah, I'm not for sure if I want to do part 1 for Cake tomorrow, or if I just want to wait for the full episode. And then, maybe we can, maybe we can do the Discord movie tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, if we do, part 1 of episode 5 with Cake, then we'll just have to do we'll have to do the 3 part 2s. But, yeah. I guess we'll see what I'm in the mood for. My throat's kind of killing me right now. This was a really long episode, and we didn't do a lot of stuff. But yeah, that one, I need to see it. You blew it. You got a bad outcome while you had a trait that could have avoided it, which was just to seduce him. Yeah, I got so many. So many achievements tonight. Sometimes you just gotta be Cake. Sometimes you just have to be Cake. God, my throat. I'm waiting for the poll to end. But while we're waiting, let me see if I can find someone we can raid into. My throat is killing me. Or maybe we don't have to raid anyone tonight. Maybe we'll do that. But yeah, it looks like... I'm gonna end the poll right now. Oh. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to raid into anyone tonight. I'm just gonna go and relax. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming on in. I will see you tomorrow on stream, or maybe doing the Discord movie night. We shall see. Definitely join the Discord if you want to see any of the announcements about canceling stream or changes to the stream. Kicking the zombies to the moon. Well, we'll see. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming on in. I know the Scarlet Hollow streams are very talk heavy, so I do apologize. But I do enjoy the series, and I like the game. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming on in. I will see you later. And I will rest my voice.